And we're live. Welcome to the Writer's Life, the place where you get the sights, sounds, smells, tastes of my particular writer's life and where you get the truth about my writer's life. Subscribe, punch the like button, and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one exciting super video. Get a haircut, Vince. So, self-censorship. Self-censorship. I'm a little chilled. I just went out for a walk and it started raining. Never fails. Anyway, now it's beautiful out. Anyway, self-censorship. There are times I'm writing my fiction. This doesn't happen too much when I write journalism or freelance write or whatever. But when I'm writing fiction and I'm the boss, I can make up anything I want. The story goes my way or the highway. Sometimes I swear to God, like I'll put in a scene. I'm like, oh, my mother's not gonna like that. It might be a dirty sex scene or something. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, my mother's gonna read this. I think we all do that. Or then I'll put in something that everybody's so sensitive these days, maybe like a social justice warrior might take offense to it or something, or, a bad joke or whatever. Or then like the worst thing of all is like, if you write something and the government considers it like treasonous or something like that, but as writers, we can't worry about these things. As fiction writers, you have to write. It's art, so you have to. You have to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. Am I talking about placing crucifixes in bottles of urine, like that dude did, like, I don't know, 30 years ago or whatever, which to me was just for shock value? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about purposely going out of your way to insult somebody and then using the censorship defense when they lob a complaint. I'm just talking about, if you're writing a story and it makes sense to put in a rather graphic sex scene, or it makes sense to put in, like, have your main character or a character make an off-color joke, or it makes sense for one of your characters to have specific political belief or whatever. I say put it in there. Don't write it. Don't censor yourself. That just leads to some. It just leads to like emotional problems, and it leads to art that's not very good. I remember I did a ghost job for this. I'm going back 20 years. I did a ghost job for this really wealthy advertising agent down in Dallas, and decent egg, but he was awful to work for. God bless his soul. He's passed on. And he sent me like, I have to admit, like, it was like a great payday. It was like 50 grand at the time, plus all expenses paid, trips to like Turkey and Paris and London. I forget where else. In fact, I was supposed to fly to Washington on 9/11 that morning, so obviously the flight was canceled. But in any case, I got through like the first half of the book okay, and got paid for that portion or whatever. And then we were getting into the second part where it kind of got a little bit more political and whatever. It was about like I think returning the Elgin marbles back to Greece. So there was some politics involved because the Elgin marbles today reside in the British Museum. Anyway, there have been some movements to return them to the rightful owners. Anyway, I was writing all sorts of crazy stuff, and he would say like rejected because he had the southern drawl, and he'd say like I'm rejecting this because my friend George Herbert Walker Bush won't like it. I guess this guy did Bush the elder's first senatorial campaigns or something like that. I don't know. And then or he'd say like, my famous friend here, my famous friend here won't like that, and and I was like, all right, you're killing me here. Like, what can I write? And it ended up like I got 3/4 of the way through the project, and I just couldn't write anymore. I was just like stifled, and I was like, pay me the rest of my money, and he's like, nope. So actually, but the point for that with that whole thing is like he kept censoring me so badly that like I just lost all creativity. It just was like I was like a stopped up sink. And it also taught me another thing tangentially: no more ghostwriting fiction for anybody. I think I did one more project after that, and it was fine. But and also don't write fiction for uberly wealthy people, because they know too many other wealthy people who they think they're going to piss off. So anyway, so that's that for today. Hope you're having a good day. I know I am productive, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.